Hello, this is FE Zelda Lord 12345 and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last time we cleared up all the enemies in Hollow Bastion and sealed the keyhole there. But now we have some other business to take care of. We're supposed to head to this area to follow Ansem, but I have some other business to take care of first. You really shouldn't be doing this right now, but I'm kind of on a time limit. But before I do that, let's go to the library, because there are a couple of valuable things here. Game? You gonna... There we go. Yeah, it takes a while to load. Yuffie and Belle really don't have much to say, but Aerith here, she has something to give us. Yeah, she found the rest of Ansem's reports. And we get the second report, the fourth one, the sixth one, and the 10th one. We don't get the 8th one for some reason. We'll be getting it later. And before I read them, we want to talk to Aerith again. No. Yeah, he caused this whole problem. And for talking to Aerith a third time, we get Curaga. I have no idea why we get Curaga in this fashion, but whatever. I don't really think that was well designed. Now before talking to Squall here, let's read the rest of the Ansem reports. He has something to comment on it. And yeah, we don't have the 8th one yet. They kinda hide it for us for some reason. I don't even think it's that big of a secret, but whatever, let's get started. It is my duty to expose what this darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. Extract the darkness from a person's heart. Cultivate darkness in a pure heart. Both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments cause the test subjects' hearts to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatments produced no signs of recovery. I confined those who had completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Sometime later, I went below and was greeted by the strangest sight. Creatures that seemed born of darkness, goddammit. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be the shadows of those who lost their hearts in my experiments? You can see why they decide to give us the reports out of order. They're written in chronological order, but as you can see, it reveals a lot about Ansem's identity. It really changes from this report, especially when you see, I am blessed with my people's smiles and respect, and then he suddenly started sacrificing people in his experiments. Yeah, quite a tone shift we got here. Let's move on to the next one then. The Heartless appear in groups and are multiplying rapidly. I've provided them both living and non-living samples. They've responded only to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing something from the living creatures. Their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the Heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who've lost their hearts and thrive on hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I am confident in this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioral principles. Though they lack emotions, they do seem to have some intelligence. How to communicate with them? It just occurred to me, could they be the darkness in people's hearts? This doesn't really seem to add too much. We already know everything that's happened here. The only thing I can think of is how it states that the Heartless lack emotions. That's not really something we've learned too much about. Maybe something we could have learned more during Sora's experience. And moving on to the 6th report. A massive core of energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless. It may well be the ultimate goal of all Heartless. But what is that energy? I have devised a hypothesis based upon my observations of the Heartless. The Heartless feed on others' hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart too. The heart of this world. There is no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I am certain that was the heart of this world. The Heartless are trying to take hearts from not only from all living creatures, but from the world itself. But what do they mean to do with the heart of the world? Again, this one doesn't really add too much. It's really more of a continuation of this report and talking about how he discovered a door, which was led to him by the Heartless itself. Really, this report just exists to tell us that he found the heart of the world, and that's pretty much it. Now, for the 10th report, this has one thing pretty interesting in it. Just as people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of the stars in the night sky, and deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The Heartless desire those hearts. Born out of the darkness in people's hearts, they seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that's it. The Heartless come from people's hearts, as does the darkness. Is the core of the world's heart the world of the Heartless? I will pursue the answer there, and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of darkness. And supposedly this was the last of the Ansem Reports. If you ask me, the biggest thing here is saying that he cast off his body. I have no idea how he managed to do this, but you remember that form he was in when we first met him on Destiny Islands, and then again when he met Riku? Well, he was in that form because he no longer had a body. And back when Riku was holding off Ansem, that's because Ansem is still using Riku's body. He just returned to, supposedly, his form before he cast off his body. What do you have to say about that, Leon? Knowledge, I guess. To me, this is kind of like a way of saying, if you play too much with fire, then you're just gonna get burned. Like, Ansem, he became corrupted by the darkness because he got too close to it. And even now, he believes that he's doing all this for knowledge. At least, that's what I'm interpreting from this. But what I don't like about this is how they're saying the real villain is darkness. Personally, I like it more in a video game when a villain is something that you can really hate. And darkness, it's something that's kind of just there. You can't really hate it all that much. Anyway, enough about that. Let's head off to Neverland. And as you may have noticed, it has 9 stars, so there's a super boss here. Here's the problem with the super boss. As you can see, the clock tower is no longer on our map. It is guarding the clock tower and all of the items we can get from it. That is the sole reason why I am taking it on right now. Because if I don't, I am going to miss whatever reward it has. And I only have 30 minutes to take it out. So if you'll excuse me, I'm off to change my setup, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see here, Sora and Goofy have been outfitted with the magic boosting setups, and Peter Pan, I decided to give him my golem chains. And you need Peter Pan for this fight because only he can talk to Tinkerbell and bring you here. As for why I made these preparations, you're about to see. Hi there. Alright, and this is the Phantom, my most hated boss in the entire game. There is a lot to talk about, so let's get started. First off, his weak point is that heart-shaped thing in the bottom where his crotch would be. And as you can see, it flashes different colors. This corresponds to what type of attack you need to do. If it's pure white, it means you need to hit him with a physical attack. Red is fire, blue is blizzard, and yellow is thunder. It's pretty simple. And here he's using a projectile attack. He does that every time you hit him 3 times. Like, that's him 3 times there. And when the screen flashes white, then he follows up with a slash. Just duck and you'll be able to avoid it. And then we repeat this. And that's pretty much the fight. Now I want to cast Stop on the clock again. Now I didn't really show it off well, but what the Phantom can do in this fight is he can inflict doom on your party members. What doom does is after a certain amount of time passes, your party member is removed from battle. And in order to stop it, you have to cast Stop on the clocks. I'm not entirely sure how, but the clocks are somehow tied to his doom spell. I don't get how that works, but I'll take it. Fortunately, Stop lasts a very long time on the doom clocks, so basically, every second time he uses that projectile attack, that's when I decide to use Stop. Let's get ready to duck. You'll want to stand still while he's doing that attack, because if you move too much, then he can charge right towards you and you may not be able to get out in time. Let's cast Stop again. And that's his projectile. You do not want to get hit by that because this guy can one-shot you right now. As you can see, Goofy and Peter Pan are going to be focused on restoring my MP. This is a really scary fight because on Proud Mode, if I get hit once, I am dead. Yeah, that was almost instant death right there because I missed. As you can see, he loves to fly around. So just make sure to duck when you need to. I'm usually much better at hitting him than this. There we go. Yeah, that's why I outfitted Peter Pan with a more physical setup. Okay, now, I lost a lot of time there because I couldn't hit him, so I'm casting Stop again. Thank you, Goofy. And this is pretty much the fight. There we go. You just have to keep on casting magic on him when he needs some magic. If not, then just stick to your physical attacks. If you couldn't tell by now, I hate this fight. I really, really hate this fight. I've been talking for, what, 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm not even down to his first health bar. That's my main problem with this fight. It takes forever, unless you are at a much higher level. I would fight him later on if it weren't for his Clock Tower rewards, but nope. I have to do it because I do not want to wait 12 hours just to get some items that I missed. And this is probably a good time to use Stop. There we go. I'm surprised Peter Pan hasn't used the Mega Ethers I gave him. Yeah, I should probably talk about my equipment. So Peter Pan, like I said, I outfitted him with Golem Chains. Goofy, since he has a lot more AP, I outfitted him with only magic boosting accessories. That way he can use MP Gift a lot more often and refill my MP. I also removed all of Peter Pan's offensive abilities, his Hummingbird and his magic, so that way Goofy can focus MP Gift on just me, because my MP is a lot more important. Because of how little damage I'm doing, it's actually very easy to run out of MP. In addition to... what is it? In addition to the MP gift that Goofy has, I also gave him Ethers for whenever he can't use MP gift for some reason. Peter Pan's Mega Ethers will restore my MP and Goofy, so that way he can continue to use MP gift. And I have elixirs just in case if they run out of MP. Not sure what else to say at this point other than it's a very long-winded fight. I'm not really sure what they were thinking when they made our attacks do this little damage to it. And also, I forgot if I cast Stop on it before, so I cast Stop on that clock again. That's another thing about this fight, it's difficult to keep track of when you need to use Stop. Especially when the fight lasts as long as it does. It really drains you. Now, I paused because I actually got pretty lucky there, and his heart was white 3 times in a row, so Peter Pan was actually able to hit him that many times. I didn't need to do it myself. It is better if Peter Pan or maybe even Goofy hits him, but I'm prioritizing time over the damage I can deal, because Peter Pan and Goofy have pretty poor aim against him. If you haven't noticed, at certain times when I was using my attacks, it wasn't quite hitting him. That's because I was hitting his cloak, which doesn't actually do anything. Peter Pan and Goofy seem to do that a lot. And I want to say Peter Pan got that last hit. Awesome. Let's get Stop on. There we go. Yeah, targeting's a little weird for this fight. Now, something I was actually thinking about doing for this fight was equipping EXP 0. I'm pretty sure I went over some of its properties earlier in the Let's Play, but I'll talk about it again for the sake of this fight. EXP 0 not only disables the gaining of experience, but it also increases the minimum amount of damage you deal. So basically, it's designed so that you won't do chip damage to bosses. Well, in this game it still kinda is chip damage, but not too bad. But I thought that I could use it to make my magic a bit stronger so that way I could focus on a physical setup like Divine Rose with Golem Chains. Unfortunately, that's not really the case. The amount of damage I do with the EXP 0 is not buffed from what it is now. So, I'm going... Why did I choose not to use EXP 0? Well, first off, this guy gives a lot of experience. And I need the MP. Also, fire is actually slightly weakened when using EXP 0 and the physical setup. So yeah, that's a thing. Nope, not Blizzard. I reacted wrong. Yeah, reaction is something you really need to get down in this fight too. Because even though he does stagger for a little bit, you really don't have much time to cast the right spell. Thank you, Goofy. So, if he uses if his heart is white and then your physical attack bounces off of him, that means it's a magic attack, so immediately react to whatever it is. And as you may have noticed, Thunder and Firaga seem to be doing more damage than Blizzara. I'm pretty sure that's due to how the damage formulas are designed, though. Like, Firaga is a tier 3 spell, so of course it's gonna be better. As for Thundara, I think the main reason why it's stronger is because its damage calculation is different from Fire and Blizzard. I'm not entirely sure how exactly it works, but I know it's different to compensate for the fact that it uses more MP. Blizzard, there we go. But yeah, Blizzard and my physical attacks do not do very well. Even with the Divine Rose, they weren't that great. So, I feel like I'm best off hoping that I get Fire and Thunder. That's not always going to be the case though, because, as you've noticed, there have been a lot of times where he only had a white heart. Get Fire on. There we go. So, I don't think it's entirely random which heart he goes to. Like, physical attack seems to be more common, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get that 3-hit combo on. So for that I thought about using a physical setup, but nah. Now the other reason why I thought about using EXP 0 is because on Proud Mode, this guy one-shots me. As you can imagine, I'm pretty terrified, because if I screw up once, I'm dead. EXP 0, however, acts out like a second chance ability. Second chance makes it so that you can't be one-shotted. If you have 1 HP left, then, well, if you have more than 1 HP, then the next hit it will make it so that you only have 1 HP left. You won't die from it.
Thunder!
Unfortunately, if you're using the rod like me, you don't have this ability by now. I believe you do if you have the shield, and I don't think you do if you have the sword. And Peter Pan and Goofy are down. Don't bother healing them. Whoa, and this is the Doom counter I was talking about. Yeah, if that clock winds itself all the way up to... what is it? If it winds itself all the way, then either Goofy or Peter Pan will be removed from the party. You can't revive them. Now, as I was getting at, I gave Goofy second win, so that way he can get up quickly. So now he can restore my MP if needed. And Peter Pan is back up. That's good. So as you can tell, there is a lot to absorb in this fight in order to perform it the way I am. And I'll be honest, it's been really, really difficult for me to think of how to rate this boss. Well, you guys have already seen the rating by now, but as of right now, I'm still not 100% certain. But I'm starting to think that I should give him the full 5 out of 5. There are two things that I take into consideration when ranking a boss. It's however much effort that I have to put into it, and how threatened I feel. Initially, I didn't really feel that threatened, despite only being able to take 1 hit from the guy. Because really, this fight's more of a test of my patience than anything else due to how long it is. Like, I'm pretty sure I've been going for nearly 15 minutes now, and I'm still talking about it. So because it was more of a battle of patience than anything else, I didn't initially feel that threatened, but then when I was practicing him a couple of days ago, I realized, holy crap, I need to do all of this flawlessly for 15 minutes straight. And it's kind of exhausting, just trying to keep all of this in mind. So because of that, I'm thinking of giving him the full 5 out of 5 due to the effort factor. I do feel somewhat threatened as well. I was thinking of a 3 out of 5 because, like I said, he was more tedious than hard, but because of how much effort I'm putting into this, yeah, I'm most likely giving him a 5. I've probably used stop 3 times in a row by now. He should only last 2 more rounds. Okay, let's go. Crap, I missed. Get Firaga. And Thundara. Got him! Holy crap, I actually got him! On the first try, too. Oh my god. Did I talk about everything I wanted to? I'll be honest, I can't believe I was talking for that long. Well, anyway, the Phantom is down, and we got over 12,000 experience for beating him because I had the EXP ring equipped. And for defeating him, we get Stopga, which I believe it increases the range even further. How's our time? We've still got 10 minutes to get the Clock Tower reward, so let's end the episode off on that. My heart's actually pounding a bit right now. As if I didn't need any more evidence to give this guy a 5 out of 5. Yeah, he deserves it. I'm not entirely sure about its standard mode, though, because he can't one-shot you on standard, I know that much. So it's not really as threatening, because he can't one-shot you at a moment's notice. I want to say the projectile can, but as I've shown, that's incredibly easy to dodge. But his claw attack, I know it doesn't one-shot you. Okay, now, where is that clock tower door? It's on this side, isn't it? Yep, there it is. And what did I stress myself over for? An AP up. Worth it. It's worth the heart pounding. Actually, let's take a look at the items. Peter Pan used up most of the Mega Ethers, and I actually only had 5 Mega Ethers. I couldn't fully stock Peter Pan. Goofy didn't use up all of his Ethers, and I didn't use up all my elixirs. Huh. Back when I was practicing this fight on Standard, I had the same setup, but I ran out of items. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because it was on Standard and I was actually healing myself, and I didn't use Cure at all here. I don't know. But I'm glad that this is over. Next time on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, I think we'll be heading off towards Ansem. Admittedly, I'm not too sure about what I want to do next because there's a lot of exploring to do. And I thought I knew how I wanted to do it, but after thinking about it a little more, I need a bit more time to decide how I want to approach things. So, see you next time.